Hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. This time around we're going to be checking out this cool stereo width, stereo widening plugin by the company Zoom Audio. I want to show you its features. Also I want to show you how to use these plugins and what makes this plugin special. As usual, I will leave you the applicable link in the video description and first comment, and I will also leave you timestamps in case that you want to move around between the mini segments of the video. There is a free trial available of this plugin. You can go ahead and check it out and try it out for a few days without limitations. And also I'm gonna leave you a coupon code down below that it's going to give you a discount across the store. Full disclosure, the company Zoom Audio approached me and contacted me to create this video for you guys. You can consider this video as a sponsorship by Zoom Audio, but all of the thoughts and opinions remain objectively mine, and they have no saying in my opinions and judgment about this plugin. And also the members of this company are watching the video at the same time as you. Before we begin with the content, let me invite you quickly to my website amnerhunter.com, where you can grab some additional freebies such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players, also some free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with content like this. So let's go to my DAW and let's check out this plugin in depth. First, let's talk about what this plugin does exactly, how it does it, and how can you apply it in your mixes and productions, right? So the Zoom Audio Spread plugin, it's of course a stereo width, stereo widening plugin, but it has a couple of interesting features that I haven't found in some other plugins. For instance, this plugin is multi-band, which means that you can split the stereo signal in 4 bands. This plugin also can be very useful as a utility plugin to solve some issues, and in this video I want to address some of those issues that you might encounter. Also, the cool thing about this plugin, it's 100% mono compatible. So if you spread the signal a bit, a mono signal let's say, and you spread it a bit to the sides, or you spread it a bit throughout the stereo image left and right, it's gonna be 100% mono compatible. It means that there are not gonna be phase issues, phase cancellation, like this type of comb filtering effect that happens when you spread mono signals in the stereo spectrum. Also, one thing to notice is that in the mid-side mode, actually it's 100% compatible. When you use it in haas mode, I would suggest you a bit of caution, because the haas effect means that the left and right channels are delayed a bit in milliseconds, and this might cause some phase issues, phase cancellations, a chorusing effect that might not be suitable for your particular track or mix. But if you use it in mid-side processing, which is like that by default, it's gonna be 100% mono compatible. I want to show you of course both modes in this video. So let's start with the main features here. Here at the top you have the different frequency ranges. So for instance, this dark green color is for the low band, and here you can like spread or collapse to mono this frequency range. So for instance, here from 200 Hertz and below, it's gonna be affected by this control or knob. So for instance, if I have a sound like this, you're gonna start to see some signal here in the different bands. You can solo each one of the frequency ranges. You have next the low mid band, high mid band, and finally the highs here in yellow. You can move this however you want to change the different frequency ranges to your liking, to your taste, and to your needs. So for instance, if I have this sound here, I can solo the low band. I can move it to one side or the other. double click and it resets by default. And with your mouse wheel or simply with your mouse, you can spread this like that, or you can mono the signal by leaving that at 0. You can also turn off that particular band, and let's choose another one here. For instance, the low mid. This is what's happening in this frequency range, and we can move it, right? Spread it, or have it like focused in one point in the stereo spectrum, or a bit more open. Right, let's check out the high mid band. Okay, you can change this a bit more stereo spread. Double click and it resets by default. Let's check out the high band. All right. And now let's check out the haas effect. The haas effect creates a fake stereo spread, like you are listening to two signals, but they are fake. That's the haas effect, by delaying a bit the left and right channel. Also, you have here an output control, just in case that you need to level match a bit, because when you spread a bit the signal, you might lose a bit of volume, and you can compensate it with this. Also, you have a mix control here, which is intensity, right? And this goes from 0 all the way up to 100%. It's like a blend knob. You have here, of course, a meter of the volume and output, and here you have a ton of presets made by the company. Bass focus, frequency pan left, pan right, haas frequency pan left. You can of course play with the presets. So let's start to use it across different elements in sub mixes, and I want to show you how you can apply this effect as a stereo width, stereo widening plugin, also how to fix some stereo issues. So for instance, in this sound that you already heard, this synth sound is great, of course, but in this BC mix that I have, a lot of the low frequencies are being spread out a bit to the sides, and I suggest you to keep always the low frequencies in the center, to have them focused in the center. For instance, the kick drum, I recommend you to have it panned in the center, the bass guitar, the low-end synthesizers, the 808s, stuff like that. It's very important that we focus them in the center. Of course, you can use like some effects here and there where you sort of open them up and stuff like that to the sides, but usually I recommend you putting them in the center. So let's do that here. Right, let's solo this, and now we have it focused. Right, like from 200, around that area, it's now in the center. Right, before, after. Also, we can collapse a bit to the center the part of the low mid area. Before, right, it already sounds more focused in the center due to the huge range these frequencies cover, and we can pan or we can have more spread out the higher frequencies. Right? Before, if we need to compensate a bit, alright, in that way the low end, it's gonna remain in the center with the kick drum and stuff, and it's not gonna cause issues to the side. I have also another synthesizer here, which is also spread a bit to the sides. Let's put it 100% here in the center. Right, let's also put this. After, before, you can hear it a bit more open. We don't have a lot of frequencies here in the highs or high mids. As you can see here, the signal, you have the meters here in the lows and low mids, and you don't have any signal here in the center of this knob. It's gonna make more sense in the context of the full mix. Let's check it out before and after. And let's check it out in a full mix here. First, without the plugins engaged.
And another day, another try to break away. Once I start to
After.
feel it leads me to self-betray.
Before. A lot of the power of the low end goes to the center, and we have a lot of weight there. And suddenly I think the mix is better in that sense, instead of being like spread out to the sides where we lose a lot the center, and it's not cool to have an unfocused center. And also, accidentally or not, you gave more room to other instruments to be on the sides, like the guitar, other synths. Also, let's check it out in this guitar solo that I have here. The solo is straight in the center, and I want to spread it a bit to the sides, but without losing focus in the center and without causing any phase issues. Let's do that here. We can focus the lows here in the center. Let's put this a bit. Let's move this a bit to the right. Spread it. Now the highs. Before, after, before, straight in the center, if you check out the mix or collapse the sound to mono, here in Reaper we have this control, and we can collapse the mix to mono with a single click. Right? It's in mono. Let's check it out before and after the plugin. No differences, but that's a good thing. It means that there are no phase issues or phase cancellation during the stereo spread. Unlike when you use the haas effect. Let's for instance check it out here in the low mid area. Right, it's the fake stereo image, like double tracking. sounds great in stereo, but when you collapse it to mono, you hear this sort of like chorusing effect. Those are phasing issues, phasing cancellations. Let's check it out in the full mix. In the center, center. Let's check it out here also in a single guitar. That might be a bit boring because you don't have the like that wall of guitars, and let's make this guitar sound a bit more to the sides. Low mid frequencies. Before. Center. Also, let's check it out on these vocals. Let's apply the same concept. The vocal is focused in the center, and I want to have it a bit more open, a bit more spread out. I think that will make the vocal sound a bit bigger.
Empty eyes are still wide open.
Okay, let's put this in the center.
So hard to breathe, I'm choking. What's the point of feeling something?
Right, let's do it here.
Empty eyes are still wide open. Silent voices calling.
The highs. Only using the haas effect I found in the highs. Gives you that fake stereo image, but only focused in the highs. So
empty eyes are still wide open. Silent voices
before,
calling.
just in the center.
So hard to breathe, I'm choking. What's the empty eyes are still wide open. Silent
Off.
voices calling. So hard to breathe, I'm choking. What's the point of feeling something? 'Cause now it hurts so much more.
Please let me know what you think of this plugin, what you think of stereo widening plugins, how do you use them? Let me know if this plugin would work for you. I am very interested to know your opinions. Before we leave, let me invite you one last time to my website where you can grab some additional freebies such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to be checking out regularly this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. It was a pleasure. Take care, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye.